The Dode Fox Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dode Fox Podcast. I'm Paul, he's Ronnie, and after that horror show of a first half, I'm absolutely sick we couldn't hold on for the 3 points. Like, subscribe and click the notification bell on YouTube. Support the pod at buymeacoffee.com/Dode Fox Podcast. Listen at dodefoxpodcast.com or follow us on social media at Dode Fox Podcast.
Coming up on this week's episode, the week that was, the Rangers review, good, bad and ugly, St Mirren Preview, Loan Report, Women's Team, Carmy Lads, the Tannadice Test, On This Day with the Arab Archive, and is it finally time for the live show to return? It's all coming up on episode 306 of the Dode Fox Podcast.
Hi, I'm Archie Meekison, and you're listening to the Dode Fox Podcast.
So welcome back to the award-winning Dode Fox Podcast, with finally glad the real fuckbad's back, Paul McNichol, and at peace with technology this week so far, providing the batteries last, Ronnie Costello. Young Arch last week.
Young Arch still trying to split the G in a winner.
Still trying to split the G in 6 gulps.
Yeah, no, I listened back to it early last week. It was really good. He comes across brilliantly, doesn't he?
Speaks well for a bairn.
For somebody that didn't really apparently stick in that much at scale, he seems quite smart. Good head on him.
Yeah. Token Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that's all right.
Fake Edinburgh.
Like he was born in Edinburgh, but he quickly got shipped out there. He obviously did the meet the standards Morningside, so he was shipped to Methil.
Yeah.
So where it goes?
Yeah, was it Methil?
Ish, close. That was right next to East Fife.
Oh.
Leaving.
Bayview.
Leaving. That's what it was.
Been there and watched would be shite.
Yeah. Last time I was there was the day before our first podcast.
Yeah, that was shite.
Yeah. I can't even mind the score. Doesn't matter.
I think we're nowhere near that, like...
Oh, wait, I've got it. That'll appear at some point.
Is that a faker or was it a real one? As in it was only for a day?
Yeah,
for a game
it was for a pre-season
or...
friendly or something like that. That'll appear on the wall at some point this season.
All right, okay. For those on YouTube, you've got a special this week. Yes. It's a blind, to be fair. But yeah, Young Arts last week, absolutely superb. Great chat to him a couple of weeks ago. Played Schalke, pre-season friendly last week, and I kicked off in the city centre.
Is that right?
A couple of Schalke fans were arseholes.
Oof.
And the Bohemians won 3-0.
Wow.
So...
Meekison hat-trick?
Nah, he did start though, but that was a friendly, which is really weird given they've about 2 or 3 games left to try and get into Europe, but fair play to them.
It's like the United in the 80s when you look through the Arab Archive and some of the fixtures, you're like, all right, title run in. Oh no, friendly against West Ham or something. Like, what was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, strange. Again, for those on YouTube, you see my eyes just going up. There might be a game on the TV, but we'll not say any more about that at the minute. The week that was, 2 of our William Hill Premiership fixtures have been rearranged and selected for live TV coverage. Our trip down to Rugby Park on the 29th of November, of course, will now kick off at 5:45.
Yeah, absolute shite. That is just garbage. Garbage scheduling. Just a piss-poor decision for whoever has decided to do that. The record's no great against.
Are you telling me they
recently.
don't put the fans first?
I think that's exactly what I'm saying. But even that game, like Killie United, is it really a game that neutrals would want to watch? On that,
I'm not sure I even want to watch it. Doing there against them.
Pish. It's just pish, but yeah, it's we just say to go on with it, do we?
Yes.
Nothing else for it.
Yep, and the home fixture against Celtic, which was meant to be in a couple of weeks' time, that is now the 17th of December, due to their involvement in the Premier Sports Cup. And when I was looking at that, I was checking, I've got one of these subscription calendars that just updates into your calendar on your phone, just so I remember. And when I was in there to check it was in for something else, I actually didn't realise we're playing the Rangers a couple of weeks before that at him. And actually, it's the midweek, first week in December. I must have completely missed that.
Yeah, Doddle.
Great.
We'll take care of that. No bother.
All right. Taunton take care of business. Did you see the Rammy after the Scotland Under-21s game?
I did.
Cause of Sam Cleel-Harden scored.
Yeah, you can't take the laddie anywhere, No, it looked a bit chaotic.
It kicked off.
It really did,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there was a police escort on the bus and that after it.
Was there?
I think so.
Holy shit.
It's kicking off.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
I was going to say sore losers, but it was a draw. Like, nobody
was.
lost.
Yeah. Across the international break, there was 8 players away playing for their countries. It was a mix of, World Cup qualifiers, under 21 European Championship qualification, all that kind of stuff. And Scott Constable also played for Scotland under 19s as well. They played a friendly double-header with Italy. So, Pan Kamara played 64 minutes against Ethiopia as they got beat 1-0. And they got beat 1-0 for Egypt. We only played 2 minutes of that game.
That's how they got bit.
And in total done about millions of miles, it seems.
Probably.
But quite a lot of miles. Which is crazy because 6th and 7th cap.
Yeah, good for him.
He'll be on the board. Yuri Yuvu was an unused sub at both of Moldova's games. They got beat 2-1 for Romania and they drew 1-1 with Estonia.
No the best.
Nah, no the best. Will Ferry got a late call-up, of course, through to into the Ireland team. He was an unused substitute against Portugal and Armenia. We mentioned that they got beat for Portugal, but they did beat Armenia 1-0. But being included at least in there,
Fantastic.
his name's there or thereabouts.
Yeah, fantastic. He's on the radar now, isn't he?
Absolutely. And Dario Namo, he got 36 minutes as Finland under 21s lost 1-0 to Spain under 21s. They are in that group for the under 21 European Championships 2027. They're in Group A of that one. Rory, Miller-Thompson and Sam, like we mentioned, the under 21s. They won 12-0 at Dens, like we spoke about last week, and then it was the 3-3 draw against Azerbaijan when it just
riot squad
off. Yeah, it's a bit mad that to be fair. I think Rory Adams, they all played in them, but I think he maybe started both of the games. Yeah. But again, they were away to Azerbaijan, then obviously at home to Gibraltar, but good bit of minutes for them. Like you said, Scotty Constable played 90 minutes and won the games against Italy, and I think he played as a fullback.
Could do it all.
Yes, he can.
Mr. Versatile.
It seems that way. That's the way it's going. But that is our international roundup. So again, it's good to see it, but they obviously it's a week United and whatever. But
yeah, it's as from my point of view, I'd rather see United, but
Scotland though,
it was hellish. My God, it was hellish.
That's a pretty good word. Wow,
it's just bizarre that it's 2 wins. Like that's all that anybody. And before it, you're probably like that. I don't care how we get the wins. As long as we get 2 wins, that's all we need. And then you get them and you're like, jeezy.
Generally might be one of the worst performances. But like you said,
a win's a win.
A win.
And that really, like, we could have had the best performance and lost, and people would have lost their shit. So the main thing is, we won. Does it fill me with confidence going into next month's double header against Greece away and then Denmark at him? No, really. Because if they play like that, I can't see
tough.
them. Yeah, I can't see him getting any points, but you never know. We've gave ourselves a hell of a good chance. Somehow.
Yeah, and it like you're saying, when it's no pretty. I mean, I think John McGinn put it, as I've seen the
jobby performance.
But like, it's 6 out of 6.
See, that's a good thing, because straight after the game, McTominay was basically saying like that wasn't good. Nobody, even I think Steve Clark, nobody was sugarcoating it. So that's a positive for me, that we're not getting fucking led to, I suppose, where they're trying to tell what we were actually watching was class. Yeah, it wasn't I think we're on the same page. Like, we're delighted that we got 6 points, but we're borderline horrified at the level of performance for boys that should be a lot better. Like, we do have good players in certain positions, but fingers crossed for next month. But that's a while off.
I mean, you say that it's
3 weeks,
4 weeks.
I
think it's Thursday, Sunday again for them. But yeah, 2 tough games. But you just never know.
You never know. We've got a chance.
I did think I was tempted fate, like, because I was watching the game and I remember what I said on the pod, and I went, "Wow, I might."
But it should have been a canter. It should have been a
Don't
corner.
you think when they scored, you shite yourself a wee bit because I was?
Nah, just
I've seen that movie before.
yeah, but I don't know, it's Scotland, isn't it? Like, as you say, we've been there before, and that might even play into our hands in the next two games, because I think that the level of expectation, we're just living in hope now rather than expecting that we're going to qualify. So it
Do you
might
mean
work
Scotland
in our
fans?
favour.
We don't live in expectation.
Well, there's no point, is there? Because we expected to hump Belarus, and that just about fucking didn't happen.
Okay, because they got an absolute walloping before, and you think, but they started to get pretty well.
They did, yeah.
But ultimately, 6 out of 6.
But they won, so Steve Clark's a genius, or something like that.
Yeah, now the most appearances or most led Scotland the most times out of anybody, which is quite incredible.
It is, yeah, because you would have had him punted a while back, yeah.
I think a lot would have.
Yeah.
But hey, he's done it. If he gets with there, then
Exactly, that would be amazing.
again, fair play. But we'll see what happens there. But anyway, obviously because of that, it meant there was no game, which brings an extra week before
loads of prep,
thinking that there's a new manager bounce going to happen. Now, it's no happened yet. The bouncing's no began, but there was a new man in the dugout, and that Stephen Smith.
Yep, I remember him as a player. I'm sure you do as well, because he's not that old, is he?
No. So some of him as mates were taking over as the laughter echoes of them trying to appoint somebody. Yeah. But ultimately, you're still needing to go to Ibrox.
Of course,
still playing a team that's about out of sorts. But the annoying thing is you're no facing the Russell Martin Rangers, because I would have quite fancied that, because the fans definitely not on his side. But
no, they weren't, and I think that was maybe one of their biggest crowds of the season as well. Yesterday when we rocked
Tangerine
up.
Pound.
Well, I'm not saying it was all because United were in town, but I think there was maybe a renewed optimism and hope around that place.
Yeah.
So it was going to be a big ask to get anything.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Pan Kamara was on the bench. It was a back four. It was a 4-3-3, which a bit different from what I think we all maybe thought of it. Because the way I was looking at it was, we should play the way we've played against all these bigger, better teams. As in, they come at us, we'll hit you on the break, and we'll enjoy it. But it was three in the midfield for the start.
Yeah, but I think has Goodwin not done that the last few times? Like at times it's 4-3-3. A lot of the time, first half certainly yesterday, it was 4-5-1. It felt like, but I think he does that when we go to Ibrox or Parkhead. I think he kind of changes a wee bit for that. So I wasn't overly surprised at the formation. There was I was maybe surprised that Kamara was on the bench, although I was assuming it was maybe a wee niggle or something. Jet lag it could have been anything, because
only trained Thursday, I think. So
yeah, so
like I say, a lot.
You've got to, like, the guys will know far better than us. Like, ideally, we're like, well, he's probably a better option. I would play him, but like they're maybe seeing him coming in absolutely knackered. So you've got to take that into account.
He only ran around St Andrews 4 times.
Yeah, as opposed to 2, which everybody else does. And the fact that Eskison was in the lineup, I wasn't overly surprised at that, because it had been in the press a couple of days prior, Goodwin saying, he's really close to it. I was like, he's in the starting lineup.
Want to drop less hints. You didn't even need a skiffy on that in gym.
Yep, he's definitely in
see it coming
in the starting lineup.
Aye. At least we started the game well,
I mean, 2 weeks to prepare, we flew at the traps. I'm not sure what direction we flew in, like. Was it just a scattergun? But yeah, it wasn't a good start to the game. Like, for the first, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, I thought, right, this is probably the game plan. Just soak up their pressure, assuming that Rangers are going to be at it for the first minute, because there's, like we've spoke about, a fresh air of optimism about their place. But the longer that went, where we just seemed totally disconnected for ourselves, like our defence was way back, the midfield was kind of no man's land, and the forwards were miles away from the midfield. It was so disjointed. Like, it just wasn't we were hanging on. It felt like we were hanging on.
Yes.
For the get-go.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not for the goalie, I'd hate to think what we're going in at half time.
I know. Well, he done his job, didn't he? That's what he's there for.
Keane.
I know, but I saw some like some comments for the Rangers fans saying, if it wasn't for your goalie, it would have been 4. But that's what he's there for. Like, that's how teams say a goalie.
Yeah.
Or it would have been 4. You're right, mate.
He
was excellent.
Really well,
he did exactly what he had to do. He was excellent in that first half.
What about the goal?
It was a great finish for the boy. And if you're the boy, it's a great goal from his point of view. From my point of view,
too easy for him to get there.
Far
in
too
that
easy.
position.
Far too. Like, he runs for almost the halfway line. I think Vichko's caught a wee bit too far up the park. He runs at Bert. He skins Bert. Like, I don't know whether to criticise Bert for letting him pass too easy, but he skins him.
If I remember, does he know in the first phase lose Stevenson and then beats him again at the end?
Yeah, Stevenson. In fairness to him, he doesn't give up. He catches back up, but he loses him again, and then he curls it right in the top corner. It's a great finish.
Like
a great finish.
I think
but from my point of view, far too easy, and it just highlighted the fact that we were giving them far too much space to run forward, him in particular, and it was all too easy for him. Far too easy.
Yeah, some of the saves, Yosefi Asgard, Rothwell, Ant-Man, who sounds like a really shite superhero. And you look at the first half stats, Rangers 24 shots.
Yeah,
we
were terrible. And I think that's maybe being generous. Like, we were terrible. We offered one thing when we had the chance with Dolchek. But I thought, like, when that happened, because that was still, it was no hands up at that point. It was still early enough into the game where I thought, this is probably our game plan here. Just soak it up and hit them on the break, because that's probably what we're going to be good at if we can get Fatah and Dolchek into the game. We should have got a corner there. We didn't get it. But no, that really wasn't the way. That was an anomaly in the first half that we actually got that far forward and looked like doing something, because it was just, we were under siege for what felt like the whole half.
Do you know how many successful passes we had in the first half?
Successful passes? I can just hear Davy Hill in my head.
So it's 45-minute half, so how many successful?
Wasn't many, Rondo. Like, if we had, like, Davy Hill kept saying, we need like 5 or 6 consecutive passes here, and we just weren't doing it. It was 1 or 2, and then we'd lose it. So I'm going to say, it'll not be 1 a minute. 20.
We had 20 by they scored. We only had 55 the whole
55.
Bear in mind, the goalie likes to roll in out.
I know.
Oh, well above that. I was Emily Folkestone United.
But that was another thing.
Grandma.
Were you mentioning that, like, the amount of passes that were just intercepted or too short or whatever, like, it just, whatever we were trying to do in the first half, it wasn't really working at all.
And you managed to get TV in the Moldovan mansion as well.
I did, yeah. I was in Yuri Jovu's residence for the night.
I was stuck in the other end out in the Valencian villa. And
nice. Struggle.
But
on TV.
I'll cut ahead. When the second goal went in, they were fucking devastated, and it was magnificent.
Okay. So
Morris
you were on
Ross was
TV.
Devastated. And it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, no, it was class. It was class. But first half was piss.
Half time, first half, really bad.
It was really
I think that the big thing was, see, for like, at times we've been really organised and stuff, and we'll work hard. I get all that. The gaps between defence, midfield,
huge,
strikers were absolutely massive.
Huge, yeah.
And that's a wee bit unusual for us. But
in some ways it was like Eskison's not really been in there before we Sibbald and Vichko.
No. He was effectively playing as a
Jovu wasn't there, so the defence is slightly different.
Because the goal, I mean, going back to the goal, going for like their box to our box, but it is like, Eskin goes to close the boy down, it just goes round too easy, like you're saying. Veach goes maybe a bit too high. Next thing you know, like you're saying, the boy picks up in the halfway line, and within 5 seconds or 10 seconds, the ball's in the net.
Yeah.
Again, no telling why the finish. There's so many wee bits there. You go.
Yeah. We allowed that to happen too often, and they were getting down their fullbacks as well. Like, there was a few times where they would pump the ball to the back post onto Will Ferry, and he was just getting out jumped for. Sometimes it was Shooter, Ant-Man's out jumped him a couple of times. That was obviously something that they looked at and thought we could exploit that lack of height, probably because they listened to this podcast a few weeks ago, and we were saying clearly our game plan is for Will Ferry to mark the biggest man in the opposition team.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah,
can I say what I say, because I keep getting pulled up with it, but it's true. And again, it just doesn't. Again, there must be a manual that's telling that's what you're doing. But like I'm saying, we're getting outnumbered over the pitch. We're not even second to most bars. I think we're third or fourth at times. But it was
Rothwell was running away for boys.
I think it's that good. I've watched them this season.
No, well, that's it. Like I know his name from down south, but I didn't really care much about his game. But from what I've saw this season,
sounds like he should be a WWE wrestler. Joe Rothwell.
Yeah, a shiting, albeit, but like, I'll concede that. Yeah, but he was in the first half. I think Rangers were quite good. In fairness to them, I think they were pretty good. But the flip side to that is we were pretty stinking. So we maybe made them look a wee bit better. But at half time, I still thought, like, there's only 1-0 here. Like, about 35 minutes in, I was thinking we need to get into half time only 1-0 down, and we're still in this game because anything can happen. And so I wasn't too downhearted.
It was a big save just before half time when it come off of Vichko and Kucherenko saves it, and you were like, and then obviously the half time whistle goes, and it was a fucking bit relief around the thing.
It was, but
right to say only be 1-0 down.
But it's only 1-0, so you've still got hope. And in the back of my mind, sometimes it's foolishly, but I'm thinking, right, okay, Rangers have at times this season, they have played quite well in games, but as soon as they face a wee bit of adversity, i.e. a team scores against them, then they're no the same team. So that's what I was kind of pinning my hopes on, that was going to happen. We were going to nick the next goal, because I think if they had got a second goal before we scored, I'm not sure that we would have got anything out of that game.
No, probably no. You could have changed 10 boys if you really wanted to.
You could have, yeah.
You're not allowed to, but there was one change.
Dolchik
come off and Muller came on.
Wasn't I against that? But you're right. Like you could have took Vichko off. I thought he was pretty poor first half. You could have took Eskison off. Fata never really got in the game. Dolchik had one thing he didn't get in the game really.
Should he score?
I mean, it was a deflection for a corner, was it? But that's where we need him to get on the ball.
Yes.
But when he's not getting the ball there and in the dangerous positions, he's no the ultimate team player, shall we say. Like, I'm sure he's doing everything he can, but
it's not his game.
It's not his game, no. Because you look at Zach Sapsford, who I think you could play him in any position, probably even in the goal, and he won't let you down. He just gives you everything, and he's quite good at every position that we've asked him to play across the front line this season. But Dolchik, too much. Like, for somebody who I believe is so good, he just needs to add a few things to his game.
And I think that's the thing. You know, you're bringing players in from, you know, different leagues and different ways of playing, and sometimes that's just their way of playing. It does take a bit of time. I suppose the flip side is it's the middle of October now. He's been in the team pretty much all the time, but it was one of those changes that an easy change to make, but we needed something. They needed to do. I'm no surprised, because I just don't think he could have came out with the same 11. He had to do something to change something up and get a bit of a reaction, and obviously it was bringing the big man on up front and trying to do a wee bit of different. And spoiler alert, I thought he'd done pretty well.
He was very good, yeah. He was very good. I still think at the start of the second half we weren't great. I think the turning point, and I would take a watch the second half back, but the turning point for me was when that Asgard smashed Vichko in the pus, and albeit I think we get the foul.
Oh, play on. No to see here. No care needed.
No, well, that's not what I was shouting at Yuri's TV in his house. I thought that was ridiculous, and so I saw it in real time, and I was like, he's just smashed him in the pus there. And then I think we did get the free kick for it, did we not? I think it
can't mind.
I can't mind either.
I was
losing my shit. I thought that's going to go to VAR. He's off. He's definitely off. Nothing.
Nah.
That doesn't even get booked, as you say. Nah. So I think from that point on, I don't know if we had the bit between our teeth, but like I lost my shit for about 2 minutes at that point. I was like, the next thing that happens in this game, it'll be a booking, and it'll be a shite booking for a United player. And I'm pretty sure less than a minute later, Sapsford got booked for disagreeing with something. And I was like, so you're not allowed to disagree with something, but you can punch a boy squarely in the jaw and you get away with it. That's fine. Okay, at least we're getting the rules now.
You're on about the first half. Obviously, Tavernier has a free kick early on. Kucherenko saves it. I think Vichko then has a chance, but there's nothing much happened for it. And then there's think it's Amar breaks, gets in Sapsford, his cross comes, and then I think it's Moller Eskison, which was kind of quite dated, but there's a wee bit of just turning of the screw ever so slightly.
Yeah, we were definitely, I thought we were the better team at that point. We were definitely on top.
Yeah, I mean,
and Moller got booked for that as well. When it was, the ball was flying in the box and he's trying to slide in, and he's been booked for that. Again, that was about 5 minutes after the boy threw a haymaker at Vichko. It was frustrating.
Didn't get angry at that. Didn't mention that. It was frustrating. Didn't get angry. Pressing higher, winning second balls, being in their face, being a bit more aggressive.
Completing
more passes, yes.
Yeah.
Trabanowski comes on.
No hanging about, was there?
Nah. 3 touches, bang, tap off, booking. On,
I tell
goal,
you,
booking.
And I was elated, and then I was like, what are you doing that for?
Even his influence.
I can. But in the moment, like, I was thinking, you've just picked up a stupid booking for a ref that's willing to book anybody for anything, that's running about in a beautiful ivory kit the day. So, but it was brilliant for, I think, as you say, Sapsford's got down the line, he's cut it back, Trapanovsky. It was very similar to, was it not the goal he scored during Holland pre-season? I think it was a similar sort of goal.
Touch, roll,
should
keep it there better.
Possibly, but I think he's unsighted. I think the ball comes through about 4 players, but I'm more than delighted that the keeper didn't do better.
100%.
And it was a good moment.
Total off topic, just because I've got the pictures in front of me. He's had me start up. That orange goalie kit is magnificent.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh God!
I only wish the sponsor was black.
Good, decent shout, that.
Because it's meant to stand out. That's the whole reason that you sponsor things, but correct. But I just wish it was black.
It's a nice.
So the wee man dropped a hint, so it might be a purchase for a Christmas present or something.
No, he'll be getting fucking Veach code. That's what we're calling it. I can't mind the boy had done it. So he's getting called Veach. It's a Veach code.
So see, in 20 years' time, when this Asgard is our manager,
I'm right. Okay.
will we be accusing Vichko of trying to bite his hand? Well, that's fair enough, as long as I'm aware of
that. Obviously, we scored a goal, 65 minutes. I think the away end are now singing "You're Going to Do Me the Dundee" at that point, which I thought was quite amusing. But 12 minutes for time.
Yeah. Wow.
Rapturous in that away end.
Rapturous hour in the Moldovan mansion, Rondo.
Can imagine.
Living room looked like it had been burgled. The
TV was upside down.
The scenes were unbelievable. So, but even that phase of play was like so near, so far, because Sapsford's through.
Sybil,
it's great bar for Sybil. Puts Sapsford through, and I, being honest, I totally expected him to score it, and then he doesn't, and you're like, fuck. And then the ball just comes out the sky. Moller, as cool as you like, just chests it down to Sybil.
It's great.
And Sybil, clearly known for his long-range goals throughout his career, just thinks, I'm just going to tuck this in the top corner.
This is the thing, right? And it's twice has happened in that game yesterday, right? You are allowed to shoot from outside the box, eh?
Yeah.
And this is why you should do it.
Yeah, we went through a phase a few seasons back of just trying to walk the bar, and it's so frustrating. You didn't shoot, you didn't score.
But that yesterday, I mean, I think, like, Moller's just doing him.
It was Ibrahimovic-esque.
Oh, he's just dropped the name. Oh, we're fucked.
But it was. Like, it was so cool, so calm. It was perfect.
Did you notice the only person of a Rangers persuasion who was closing down Craig Sybil at that point?
Was it that wee arsehole Raskan?
No, it's Don Robertson. He was the closest boy to him.
Try to interfere with him.
And then whoosh, he's like, I'll touch it, you'll get it. I'll touch it. And then what the finish like? I didn't care what Butland Ballard Devon for.
Nah, it was perfect.
He just made it look better than it was.
And when you see it from behind the other goal, because it kind of curls, it bends as if it's no going in, and then it comes.
Because it's like Kucherenko. He kens not bar Devon for that goal, because he kens.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking getting near that.
Right in the postage stamp.
But
that was brilliant for Sybil.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like,
and I thought we would hold on, when that went in, because we were the better team at that point. And we were looking like the team that was going to score if anybody was going to score.
Yep.
So
potentially it could have been the first league win at Ibrox since 2011.
Yeah, I know.
But then what happened?
Well, the usual. Like we spurned some chances, and again,
Architects of our own.
I'm going to be critical and say like it's a poor goal to lose.
Can't let a boy drift in the box,
especially him. Like how boys hate to be briefed.
Yeah.
Like this boy, on paper he's a right back, but he scores about 100 goals a season, albeit 97 penalties. But he scores a lot of goals. He can tat a goal. He's a good finisher. But we just make it too easy. Like Kamara, I don't know if he should be following the run in, but it's all too easy. Fair play to him. He's fucking bought a ticket and he's won the prize. But
and I think that the big thing is again
near post as well. We critical of the keeper. So just went in too fast.
I think again, it's one of these things again. It's something sounds shite every week, but it's like Architects are in downfall. We are. We're involved all the time.
Yeah.
Unlike it seems to be every single time. It seems to be our own fault, our own reason, and it's one of them that we just switch off. We don't track a man, or somebody doesn't step in, and it's. I would need to see it from behind the goal. I just thought it was a good finish at the time, but you're right. It's near post, maybe, but I've certainly not seen that mentioned. You're the only person that I've seen mention that. So
it's just a question.
That tells you.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying it was his fault. Ultimately, we shouldn't be allowing that shot so easily. And certainly Kamara, when you say it from behind the goal, he's no track to run.
Yeah.
But he'll not be the only person.
No.
Just disappointing.
And amazingly,
we still looked like we could have nicked it.
We should have.
Yeah, Trapanovsky, Kamara. I think Kamara's effort, that was probably one of the very last efforts that we had.
We had about three efforts after they scored.
Yeah, but before Kamara's got his shot away, Trapanovsky's got the bar and he should just lay it after him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, and he holds it, fucking loses it, and then eventually it falls to Kamara and he just smashes it into the Onion Bears. So, yeah, it was like, I suppose in the cold light of day, a draw's probably a fair result given that we were really nowhere near the races, never mind at them in the first half. But second half, I thought we were the better team. And
it was.
I don't think that's being blinkered.
No, and I think we always looked like we were, going for it and aggressive. And the biggest thing, we kind of keep getting teams head starties. Like you want a goal starty, you want a goal, you want two.
Yeah,
we kind of do that.
But this is something that's happened throughout Goodwin's time at United as well. Like the amount of times that we didn't start the game well and he changes it and then it works. But like, how is that happening all the time?
Maybe the tombolah's not working.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I'm worried about it because ultimately we're doing all right in general.
But we were speaking before we actually, well, you hit record late because I forgot, but of what the league table looks like. Even forgetting about the game that's on just now, the league table's mental.
Yeah, it's tight. Apart from the Jambo buggers at the top, just now it's tight.
But you look at the other teams, like there's loads of teams on set points. The bottom of the league team are only like 3 points away for pretty much for being the top 6 or 5th.
A win,
like it's still like for being the middle of October, and you said it, like usually somebody's starting to be cast it, but they're no. They're just knowing.
Well, it was Aberdeen. And then they've won the last two.
And you were saying, what was a comment you said before? It was something about the Motherwell. They were getting on the plot. What was that?
Motherwell's manager. Yeah, well, it was on Sky Sports before the Celtic Dundee game, the day that's on just now. But I think it was Sutton was having a go at, I think it was Boyd or McFadden saying, "Oh, you boys had him as manager of the year." And Tallinn punted a couple of weeks ago, and now there's only 2 points, so a difference between their teams.
Like I said, Motherwell have only won 1. They've drew 5, but they're getting
all the plaudits for playing some nice football for a portion of the game.
Each fuck all until the full time whistle goes.
Of course. Like you've got to get points.
Yeah, but I mean, like say for our own problems, but getting teams head start is like that, and first half major issue, slow start.
Yeah,
it's not great. Second half, like I say, battle, fighting, aggressive, in the face, doing what we're good at and stuff like that. It's back-to-back draws now. Obviously last week's or 2 weeks ago, and then on to this, and you're thinking 2 points for 6. Again, would like to have faced a Russell Martin Rangers to see what that was against, but ultimately, after that first half, I think we're still sat going, if only we could have held on for the 3.
Yeah, but
and
I don't think a draw away at Ibrox is ever a bad result. It's just frustrating that once again, like a few times this season, we've got ourselves into a winning position relatively late into the game, and we've surrendered it, and it's not even a case of, well, we surrendered it and then we were holding on. Like, we weren't even holding on. If any, even after they equalised, like, I still thought that if anybody's going to score here, it's probably going to be us. But yeah, like, would have took a point before the game probably, but to only get a point at the end of the game, you were a wee bit disappointed. But in fairness, it probably was the right result.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're going to base man the match on the second half performance, or is there a certain man who was on it the whole game up in your reckoning?
Nah, I'm going to say Sibbald. I thought he was excellent second half, and he scored the best goal of his career. And he got right in that wee Raskan's face most of the second half as well, which I fully appreciated. Kucherenko was good all game. But yeah, it was a Jekyll and Hyde performance for United. It was, first half wasn't so good, second half was far better. Is Trapanovsky making a case for a starting place now?
I think so. I think the big thing is now there's real competition starting to come in. I mean, I know Ryan Strain that come on yesterday, but he's been on the bench and not really got a sniff. So it's you're starting to see that. Obviously, I texted you yesterday. The grounding is up of Owen Sturton.
Yep, he's at his bedroom now.
He's got his Xbox back. Yeah, but probably. He's back. It was only Sam that was on the bench at the loanees or the co-ops.
Yeah,
you know.
I still don't understand that. I didn't get it. Like, we've announced this co-op and nobody's went anywhere near Airdrie since.
Well, yeah,
which is understandable most days. But like, when we sign an agreement, you think that they're going to head over at some point.
But obviously, Max and Roscoe are the only two now. I'd probably saying that.
And they're about a month away. Is it mid-November?
You would hope before the international break, but if not, you would certainly think they would need it, because you're then looking about. We play Falkirk on the 22nd.
Yeah. And how long is Ross's hair going to be by the time he pulls on that captain's armband?
I mean, he's not allowed an Alice band, or his dad's going to ground him. So, I think that side of it's good in competition. But to get back to your actual point, is he making a case? You'd have to say he is. And I think that's up to competition. Then it's up to you to keep your jersey. I know there will be times when different situations are, Mauler going 2 up or putting Sats for wide could be your winner, but then Trapanovsky playing gives you something different to what Fatah gives you, to what Dolchik gives you, and I quite like that. We've watched United teams before when there's a lot of similar players. I think you've got similar positions, but they're different types of players. You know, in terms of boys, Trapanovsky loves to come in and do that shot. Doesn't get it a wah at the time, but we showed yesterday when he gets it a wah, it can go in.
But you didn't mind that. Like,
no.
I didn't mind somebody that's willing to hay a shot. Like, as in their first thoughts, rather than people that just, like, because we've done that before. We said that a wee while ago. Like, we used to just try and pass, and then never a bloody tat a shot. Trapanovsky, I'm not saying it's his first instinct to hay a shot, but once he's skinned somebody about 14 times, which is, his first instincts, trying to beat a boy multiple times, then he is more than keen to hay a shot, and that's fine. That's definitely a positive. So he's vying for a starting place, in my opinion. We probably Dolchik just now, because I wouldn't really want to see Trapanovsky on the right. I think he's better coming in off the left, but I'm sure Mr. Goodwin will make the final decision on that.
We'll talk something in just a second. Good, bad and ugly after a trip to Ibrox.
Yeah, well, the good is the resiliency that the team showed after a pretty substandard first hour on Saturday. It was heartening. It was also a good sign as to what we've got in the dressing room this season. The bad, Dolchik needs to do more, Rondo. I've said it before, he's undoubtedly a very good player when he gets the ball in dangerous positions. However, for someone with his ability, it's disappointing the amount of times that he has rightly, in my opinion, been subbed off this season. And ugly, Asgard's hair. It was diabolical.
Spoken from 2 experts in that department. St Mirren up next then, and I was ready to say 2 weeks' time, no, because there's no international break. Next week, they were beaten 1-0 at home by Aberdeen late into stoppage time. They are on 9 points along with Rangers, Falkirk, just a point behind where we are at the moment. Gogic, he was denied a St Mirren opener. VAR got involved in that. The boy Richardson, he was sent off after a VAR review for quite the dangerous tackle, and it was Lazatic who scored with minutes left. Nice turn for the boy, pegged him, and then keeper should do better, in my opinion, for that angle. But a good late win for Aberdeen, but obviously disappointing for someone like him who have, and I think Robinson was sent off after full time as well.
Yeah, he was.
But
violent.
what are we going to get for this St Mirren team at Tannadice next week?
It'll not be easy. I think we are in that.
Yes.
It'll be Miro a battle, but I think Goodwin will ken that. And he kind of touched on it in his post-match. I would expect the team will be a wee bit different. I don't think Eskisson will be in the starting lineup, probably because of his fucking physicality. Muller might be, yeah, potentially. And if he is, I wouldn't be surprised if Sapsford, if we're going with 3 up top, I would imagine Sapsford will go left and it'll...
Do you want to stay the same as in the shape 4-3-3, 4-5-1? Like how did you think the back four worked?
I just think
about that 3.
Well, it was all right, but it's going to be different against St Mirren. Like, do they play 3 at the back?
I think so.
3 at the back. I think we might just go back to Yovo being in the team then. If
2
that's
in
the case.
midfield.
I can't. I'm not a fan of that. But
no, with the boy Phillips.
No,
he is arguably up there as in the best midfielders.
He's a good player.
In that league.
He's undoubtedly a good player. Yeah, good physicality, good player. Can tap a goal. Can pick a pass. Gets stuck in. He is a very good player. Somebody for Tannadice should sign him. That would be a cracker of a signing. But like the majority of players that are there, they'll know what they're going to be up against. They are a very physical team. It's going to be Miro a battle. Apart from I think it was the last time we played them last season, they gave a bit of a runaround. But up until that, everyone else, there's no been much in it.
I'll be amazed if we go with 2 in midfield next week.
I hope we done it.
Against their 3, Phillips, Bacchus and O'Hara.
I hope we done it.
Amazed.
Yeah.
Generally amazed.
That would be foolish.
I think it would be.
Yeah, that would be really foolish. You've at least got to match up to them.
Any of your favourite opposition players? Boy Fraser plays for them. Marcus Fraser.
Yeah.
Him and Gogic at the back, and then obviously they're playing the boy Mandrons up front. And they've got a new boy in Lindulu, who I can't say I've seen much of, but obviously the boy Ayunga comes on. Him and the boy Mandron gave us
all manner of trouble. Yeah.
So generally it's in of them. It's hard to say what kind of
it's hard to call. It's hard to call.
But they under Stephen Robinson, they are a good team.
Yeah, and they have been for a couple of years or a few years now. So yeah, they'll not be underestimated. Certainly not by me. But it's at him. So I'm still looking to be tatting our 3 points, Rondo.
Yeah,
100%. A draw is not an acceptable result.
No, obviously the boy Richardson, who I think is a bit of a speed merchant, if I've got him no mixed up.
He'll be sitting in the stand just under you.
Yeah, he'll be sitting in the stand, and I would imagine Stephen Robinson will be sitting
just under you.
The stand as well.
Just tap midget gems and belt them.
Midget gems, the sweet of throwing, the sweet choice of throwing at people. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out next week. But it's certainly the thing with St Mirren, although they do want to play football, it can be a battle.
Yep,
from time to time.
It can be. I know our home record's not been the best recently, so it's not going to be easy. I think we are again. It's not going to be an easy game, but
better off at him.
Got to be looking for the 3 point.
Yeah,
undoubtedly.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way of looking at it. Like you've got to beat, especially at him. 2 draws now back to back again. No great 2 weeks ago, but a spirited affair yesterday, given the first half.
There's more positives to take from yesterday at Ibrox than there is negatives, I think. Like, we all know that first half wasn't good enough, but it got rectified. So hopefully they can carry that and a wee bit of that momentum into the St Mirren game next week. Yeah.
Here is hoping.
More people have been buying us a coffee this week. Thank you very much for doing so. So Steve Kell bought 3 coffees. Love the pod, great banter. Not sure where the banter is, but keeps me going on Monday mornings. Arabest. The Arab sheep botherer also bought 3 coffees. Evening gents, pounding the streets, listening to your shite patter. That's better. Brilliant. Great interview with young Arts too. Keep up the good work. And tickletablet.com bought 3 coffees, the only way to start the week. I would say it's a bra way to start a week, and a bit of Tickle Tablet as well. In fairness, like we had that a few years ago. Delicious.
And yeah, it generally was.
It was Tickle.
There you
really
go.
was, yeah.
I'll just set them up for you.
Cheers.
Wall of Kits this week then, for those watching on YouTube. What have you brought with you this week?
I think that is a beautiful kit.
Yeah.
I really
explain
do.
it for those listening, audio only.
It is the 1991-92 home Buckta kit, sponsored by Belhaven. It's got the old school United badge all the way through the design.
It's got the wee buttoned collar as well.
Yeah, buttoned collar, and then
pin down bits. It done a pin down.
Well, they might be missing. I think that's actually it's my late uncle Dougie's tap. I found it digging through his house. So it wasn't actually mine's. But the sleeves as well, like you've got the black bits down the sleeves that go from thin to quite wide at the bottom.
Magnificent kit.
It's lovely. It's really, really lovely.
Old school, that sponsor that would usually have peeled off Benny.
Correct. My uncle Dougie must not have wore it all that much, because I used to hate that kit as well, and I'm almost certain my mum binned it because Belhaven fell off.
Or he wasn't a big guy.
He wasn't that.
It's not a big kit.
He wasn't that big a guy either.
It's an absolute beauty.
Did we not give one of them away a while back? Gary Bones, yeah, because it was Ryan McInnes Senior that handed that into us years ago now. But because you had to frame it. Pretty sure you had to frame it.
Did I? Maybe I did.
I think you did.
Can't mind.
But yeah, it's a beautiful kit. So for anybody in the United shop that's listening, I ken that you are keen on reproducing these classic kits, and you could probably get away with that, could you? Because Buckta, I don't think they're a thing anymore. So
I've done the Loki ones.
Done Loki, because Loki aren't a thing anymore.
Buckta can't still be a thing.
I wouldn't imagine. So fully expect to see this in the shops come Christmas. Magnificent.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, like I said, I did get a couple of messages in that people that say they might have something random to share for us to hang. We're happy to. We'll get it. We'll bring it back to you and stuff. If it's just something a wee bit out of the ordinary of United kits of the past that.
Well, they ended up doing a Dode Fleming's house in Stirling for his kitchen, living room, whatever it was.
Distance myself.
That was a
breaking and entering and theft there.
That was the United kit for the Japan tour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, if there's anything, if you think Paul might know here, or please hands on it, someone a bit random, someone a bit older.
Yep.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be, I don't know how the strips are, to be honest.
But if we can get it, we would obviously get it and get it back to you and whatever
100%.
else. And we'll, yeah, it's a magnificent kit. What year did you say?
91, 92. Yeah, what do you think of when you see that? I've got a few names.
The name I want to say, I think I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Super Mo, right?
Yeah.
Freddie van der Hoorn.
I'm pretty sure he would have wore that, yeah.
Yeah.
Walter Rojas.
Why you go? Like,
I'm telling you.
What?
Walter Rojas.
There's the door.
Victor Ferreira, he'd have wore that. Big dunk.
A big gobbin.
Big dunk. Darren Jackson, as you say, like Super Mo, he would obviously have worn it because he was there for 100 years.
The sleeves rolled up and hanging down.
Probably. Covered in sweat. Walter Rojas. Sorry. But that's just the way my mind works.
Well, on that note, right, let's get into this week's Tannadice test. After 45 minutes or so, you may as well have some fun. 5 rounds of it.
Okay.
What's your record been of late?
There was an abomination of a week, maybe 3 weeks ago, and then it's been so-so.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Player profile this week. Born January 23rd, 1993. Signed for United in June of 2023 and went on to make 50 appearances, scoring 3 goals.
Signed in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So what I signed him. This is going to be in the Abdi gets, and I'm going to struggle here. I'm going to struggle. So he only signed 2 years ago. He scored 3 goals, played 50 times, and he's 32 years of age.
Yep. But who is this week's player profile? This is good for the audio listeners. If people on YouTube can see your Like if we were able to put the wheel icon and whatever above you, like,
yeah.
But that's too technical for me.
I'm going to say, and I don't think I'm right, I'm going to say Ross Docherty.
Ross Docherty to start you off 1-1.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was thinking Holt, and then I was like, nah, he scored 3 in a game. Going to be him. Right, Ross Docherty. I'll take that. That's a good start.
Round number 2.
Granny's off.
Jim McIntyre's been in the news this week, but in his 164 appearances for United, is his 164 appearances for United higher or lower than Mark Perry's?
Ooh.
And I had this written before I read that story. So Jim McIntyre.
64.
As Jim McIntyre's 164 appearances for United higher or lower than Mark Perry's?
I think Mark Perry played more. I think he's in.
Come on.
Yeah, I think he's in the 180s.
Okay. He's not.
They were near it.
159.
See the 30 games that McLean benched him? Disgrace.
I've got a new round for you. This is called Team Sheet. We beat Cowdenbeath 6-1 as we began the League Cup campaign in 2016. Can you name the 3 players missing for the following starting 11? And I'll give you a point for each.
What year was this, Rondo?
2016.
2016.
Cammy Bell, Sean Dillon, Paul Dixon, Mark Durnan, blank, Lewis Toshney, Willow Flood, blank, Simon Murray, blank, Cammy Smith. Can you name the 3 players missing? I'll give you a point for each. Bell, Dillon, Dixon, Durnan, Toshney, Flood, Murray, Smith. But who are the 3 missing players?
Cole Donaldson, Patrick Nkoy, and be a midfielder, McMullen.
3 rang.
Excellent. They probably weren't even at the club at that time.
The 3 missing players were Stuart Murdoch, Scott Fraser, and Topi Obadiah.
Yeah, I would never have got that. That's going to be a hard one for people to get right, I think. Because when you said it initially, I was like, well, for that game, I can remember Lewis Toshney and Simon Murray, so I wonder if he's going with a wee trick here. Yeah. But nah, I would never have got that. Topi Obadiah, forgot about him.
2-5. Also played for Arbroath, Dunfermline, Elgin, Falkirk, Queen of the South, St Johnstone, Stranraer. But who has also played for those teams? Arbroath, Dunfermline, Elgin, Falkirk, Queen of the South, St Johnstone, Stranraer. I'm trying to rack my brains how we signed them for it, but can't mind.
I have no idea. I've got nothing.
Nothing.
This is one for the people that are out running or tatting their dogs out or in the gym. This is in for them, I guess, because I've got nothing.
Nah, out.
I'm out.
Okay. He was in that team I just mentioned. It's Mark Durnan.
Mark Durnan. Arbroath.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aye.
Elgin.
Apparently so.
I wouldn't. I didn't carry play for that.
Right, so that's you 2 for 4.
Yeah, rubbish.
Who am I? I was a youth player with Livingston Boys Club for several years before joining Queen's Park. I was top scorer for them my 2nd season before I joined United. And although I was brought to United as one for the future, I was used off and on during my first 2 seasons before being first choice in my 3rd. In my 3 seasons at United, my shirt numbers were 17, 14 and 3. But who am I? Indeed.
So I was thinking Spittle originally, but he wouldn't have been number 3. That's what's thrown us there, Rondo. Number 3.
I was watching, there was something on YouTube of...
We signed this guy for Queen's Park. So Aidan Connolly, Spittle, Robertson, it's only there a year. What else did we sign for Queen's Park?
I thought it was pretty easy as well. That was before I had the answer.
Maybe you're going further back than what my mind is presently thinking, but I kind of...
I'll complete my number story in a minute.
Aidan Connolly.
Aidan Connolly?
I don't think it is, but Aidan Connolly.
It's no. Barry Douglas.
Barry Douglas. Of course. Of course.
Yeah. The fun-filled Tandis test.
What's your number story?
So I was watching something on YouTube. It was something to do with number goal scorers or something like that. And it was all about daft numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So Riordan wore 0-1.
Of course he did.
The boys Zero Ali at Aberdeen wore 0.
Yeah.
Obviously, Scatchell was in it when he was at United for wearing 51 for 5-1. There was no mention of some of the big numbers we've had, but it was those random ends.
Yeah.
And so, like some of them, and then, so, I can't mind what it was now because it just come. I wasn't going to tell you this. And somebody was wearing a number, and I was like, "What are you wearing that number for?" And I think it might have been like, Gary Hooper, 8-8. That was when he was born, 8-8, and not to do with like Celtic or whatever. So it was one of them. It was loads of goal scorers.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting.
Did Meshack get a mention?
He did not. No,
that's a disgrace.
Might have been
after that moment, that Meshack moment.
What a moment! Anyway, what's been happening with the young guns and the women and Liverpool?
No much.
Cool.
No much. Miller Thompson, nowhere to be seen. This co-op agreement with Airdrie, starting to believe it's not true. Rory Adams at East Fife and Charlie Dewar at Alloa, actually. It was Charlie against Rory on Saturday. They'd have to settle for a share of the spoils. They'd have to settle.
I thought they were having a shit.
Yes, the game may have been shit. But they settled for a share of the spoils. It was 1-1, but they both played 90 minutes. I don't think there was any fighting after that game, so Rory's undefeated fighting record there in Azerbaijan is intact. Lewis O'Donnell at Cove Rangers, another 90 minutes for Lewis on Saturday as Stenhouse Muir made the long trek up to Aberdeen to play Cove. Unfortunately though, his team would lose again 1-0 and Lewis picked up a last minute booking. It's great that he's getting minutes, but a nightmare that we've apparently loaned him to the worst team in football. Lewis Haldane at Cowdenbeath. Despite playing in last weekend's cup win against Kennaway star Hearts, Lewis was back to being an unused subby for the league games against Cumbernauld Colts and Caledonian Braves. We're wasting that laddie's time, Rondo. The academy team. Last Tuesday, the under-19s travelled through to Tranent to play the Hibbies. Jack Anderson and Jamie Forrest would both get on the score sheet on the day, but it wasn't enough as the young Hibbies won 3-2. And at the weekend just past here, they were down, I think it was the under-19 team, were down at Man City.
Nice.
Got beat 2-0. But Danny Cadamarteri was there.
We steaming Stevie Leahy.
Yes. So, it was a friendly reunion. The women's team. Last week, the ladies were at home to Boroughmuir. An easy win was predicted by one half of this podcast, and that prediction was, as per, wrong. The match finished 0-0, and that kind of result isn't going to get the job done if they are serious about promotion this season. Anyway, today the team are off to the Set Fair Arena to play Livingston. I wish them well, but I'm making no predictions.
Another brilliant prediction.
Honk.
Paul McNichol, yes. So, after 2.5 years, the Dode Fox podcast live show is back.
We're back. We are back. Can't wait. Should be good.
Friday, 30th of January, we are heading to the Bonner Hall in the Toon for an evening with Andy McLaren and Robbie Winters.
Yeah. Andy McLaren obviously means a lot to me and you on this podcast, for being our first guest that played for the club. And that'll be class just speaking to him, but to get Robbie Winters to come along as well for probably the second half of that show for the Q&A and to get some stories and some laughs. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, new venue for us as well.
Yep,
new venue. So it's exciting times.
Yep, tickets are on sale this coming Friday, 10 a.m. at dodefoxpodcast.com. If you go to the website, there is a tickets tab on there. You can click that and there's a wee widget thing that by the time you've listened to this, the event may or may not have shown up, but tickets will go on sale on Friday morning. So Friday, 30th of January, the Bonner Hall. The following day, we're at Heart.
Excellent.
I think.
What a weekend that could be.
I think. Knocking the league leaders off their perch.
Excellent. We'll be the league leaders, but I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, really looking forward to it. It's been a while.
It has been, yeah.
It's been 2.5 years since, or it will be by then, since we done the Legends show for 83 in 2023. Which, when you put it like that, it's kind of mad, really.
We did do the one in the pub.
Yeah, but that's a live podcast thing.
Yeah. No, this will be different. This will be. No, that was shit, but this will be good. I'm really looking forward to this. I think Andy McLaren, he'll have some great tales to tell for his time at Tannadice and in general. Yeah.
So Andy McLaren, we'll speak to him in the first half. Roy Winter's going to come out in the second half. We'll chat to him for a bit, and then we'll do a Q&A with the both of them. As always, there's plans to have a raffle, raise some money for a charity or two as well, but more details of that will come in time. But the tickets do go on sale Friday morning, 10 o'clock, doorfoxpodcast.com. So digital tickets and all this kind of jazz, because we handle it. It's not at one of the venues that Dundee Box Office look after it.
Yeah, so. And it's unreserved seating, is that right?
It's unreserved seating, be just because of the way the venue is set up, and it can be set up in a variety of ways, which we can decide once the.
So if nobody comes, they'll just dim the lighting and it'll just be
us.
It'll be intimate.
Just be the four of us sitting on one chair.
Yeah, well, we'll see. See.
No, so we can do that as well. So we're really looking forward to that. It's probably the longest promotion we've done for a show, but it was just a case of get everything sorted and get it announced. But that's it. It's back Friday, 30th of January, Bonner Hall, an evening with Andy McLaren and Robbie Winters. Two of them know each other well. So
they do,
I'm sure there'll be
they do
some chit chat there between the two of them. But yeah, it'll be the chat with them both, and we'll do a Q&A as always. But yeah, looking forward to it for a Friday night at the end of January.
Be a classic. That'd be a great Christmas present to get. Would you know, a couple of tickets to that?
Before. I
mean, that's talking top tier Christmas gift there.
The best. If I got to unwrap tickets to go and see,
you'd be raging if it was you're getting tickets for it.
Like, what if I got tickets to go and listen to myself? Listen to myself and a monitor. So, but yeah, they really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's been sort of in the works for 3 or 4 weeks, I think it's been.
At least
we're there now, and like I say, it will go on sale on Friday at 10 o'clock. So any questions or anything, if people need anything, if it's wheelchair accessible and stuff like that, if you need any assistance on that and you want to come, if you send us a DM this week, we can make the arrangements for that as well. I did mean to mention that, but it's fully accessible. Of course there will be a bar.
Yes.
Of course it will be open.
Yeah. And of course it will be drunk dry again, as happens at all our events.
Yeah. So yeah, but really looking forward to it. There'll be posts about it this week, obviously. So you might get a spoiler of that if you've not even listened to this yet, and this graphics came out. But yeah, looking forward to it. The live show back after 2.5 years. On this day, then, in association with the Arab Archive, preserving the history of Dundee United Football Club since 2006. 20th October is our focus today. 1982, then, Paul, United travelled to Norway with their largest Euro squad, including Maurice Malpass, who made his first European appearance. Despite early missed chances, Ralph Milne scored twice, including a penalty. Paul Sturrock added a third in a dominant 3-1 victory as it finished Viking 1, United 3 in the UEFA Cup second round first leg.
Easy work.
Magnificent. A trip to Tynecastle 2007. Jordan Robertson scored twice in the first half. Barry Robson converted a late penalty to score a 3-1 victory for United. Despite Hearts' early pressure and a late consolation goal, United held on for the win. The match saw 2 red cards. Remember who got sent off for United?
Lee Wilkie?
The Mad Monk.
Is that right?
He got sent off for a foul on the boy Pinilla, and Ewan McLean went in goal for about 2 minutes. It was right at the end of the match, yeah.
No, I didn't mind that.
The Mad Monk.
He was a crazy man.
Wow. Signings. A full international who never played a first-team game for United. Signed by Paul Sturrock on this day, 1999, for £60,000. Yes.
Pat Onstad.
Yes, indeed, yes.
Yep.
Birthdays. cult hero,
Mm.
penalty box commander, podcast pal with a time limit, porn star Tash, 113 appearances for United. Seb Dykstra is 59 today.
Happy birthday, Seb. Seb.
And 4 appearances for United on Big Dough. And if you got the chance, he'll tell you he's a Champions League winner.
Floron.
41 the day.
41. Is that all? We mentioned him a few weeks back. Is he not playing walking football or something?
Foot golf.
That's what it was. Foot golf. And he's doing all right at it. Is it a real sport? Is it not just like a hobby?
I mean,
big business these days.
I think it is. I generally think it is now.
Yeah, it might be.
Clearly something you can play in.
Might be.
Being professionals, maybe not the right words because I would think, I might be getting myself right in a white pickle here, right? If you're a professional, I would think that's your job. But I totally get it. It's not quite like that. Because you can be a golf pro and play on a different tour. You probably can be a foot golf pro because it's not on this dosh and whatever. But being foot golf, you can go and play across the fucking Europe and the UK playing in all these tournaments. So ultimately, at the end of this, yes, it is.
Wow.
It's not just a game with your mates. It's serious sporting action.
That's
easement.
That's unbelievable. And they'll end up with a better TV deal than the SPFL, will they?
No hard.
That's what's going to happen here within 3 years.
It's no hard.
We'll pay less money than the foot golfer.
Put it that way. But yeah, it's Floron Cinema Pongol.
Happy birthday.
41 a day. Episode 306 is done. An audience with Andy McLaren and Robbie Winters goes on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. DodeFoxPodcast.com. Don't forget to give us a follow on socials. We're at Dode Fox Podcast. You can like, subscribe, click the notification bell on YouTube, and you can support the pod at buymeacoffee.com/Dode Fox Podcast. Once again, thank you so much to everyone who has bought us a coffee so far to help support the pod as we move into this new way of going on YouTube and everything that comes with that. We do appreciate all your support. Do have a great week. Do stay safe. Don't forget to wash your hands and your arsehole.